about?
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. I'll let you go first.
All right. So this past week, I finally got around to listening to an audiobook that my wife had listened to called Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Maehrer. And so the premise of this is the main character lost her job. She's trying to find a new job. She's kind of reflecting on how hard it's been to find a job. She's in the forest reflecting, and she sees blood in a stream near her. So she follows it, assuming that she's gonna put an animal out of its misery, that a hunting party didn't finish it off and it ran away, something like that. And she runs into the villain. Like literally everyone around calls him the villain. And so he pulls her down and covers her face because he's being hunted by the royal guard, and he's bleeding and whatnot. And she is blatantly honest, and so she kind of in her nervous fidgety attitude, she kind of goes off on her story about how she needs a job and and so he offers her a job and then runs away with her.
Shut up right now while we're hiding.
Yeah, basically. And so she ends up starting to work for the villain. And the funniest part about this is the writing style to me, because it tells you at the beginning of the chapter whose perspective it's going to be from, whether in the first book, I think every chapter is either from her perspective or from the villain's perspective. And then in the second book that I am in the middle of, you get a couple of the other characters every now and again.
You get Thumper and Bambi and
yeah, but the writing style, though, is all these like offhand comments that of them talking to themselves in their heads just make it so funny to me. Like, so her name is Evie, and
oh, is she a dirty hippie?
Obviously, definitely,
every Evie's a dirty hippie. All right,
but like she's taken back because all of the portraits, the wanted posters, portray him as this old ugly man, and so she blurts out, because he's like, "Why are you staring at me like that?" And she blurts out, "Well, I didn't expect you to be carved out of marble. Like you can't be doing evil things and look so pretty." Like, and so, but she'll make comments to herself along the way, like, "Stop hitting on the boss, Evie. Stop looking at his chest, Evie." Like, she makes these comments to herself of like things that she deems inappropriate that she's doing, but she chastises herself along the way and things like it. I found the writing style quite humorous. It's more of a romantasy, I guess, would be the category. So it's got romance and it's still got magic and things like that. Like, he's the villain has death magic, and so he's the villain. And yeah, it's been pretty good so far. I think there's only 3 books total, and I'm about halfway through the second book, so I'm about halfway through the series at this point. It is definitely not for younger kids. It swears a fair bit. So I mean, when you hear romantasy, I would hope you would assume that it's not for young kids in general. But
Joe's listening to a spicy book.
Oh, it's not even.
Why? Wait.
Not even close.
Why did you instantly sound so disappointed though? No, it's not. With no hesitation, no.
I assumed it wouldn't be, simply because my wife read it and she doesn't really read those types of stuff. So, but anyway, it makes her uncomfortable.